Hi, welcome back. Again, Eugene, again CBS, Canadian Business Enterprise Services. We continue with our series of educational, interesting, short topics relating to doing business in Canada, specifically in Ontario. And following our last video, I would like today to introduce the general concept of corporation. Why is it better to certain types of businesses? What drawbacks and benefits does it bring with it? So corporation is a separate legal entity, and as an opposite from sole proprietorship, where the business person is the business and the business is the business person, corporation creates a separate person. So technically, in the situation of a corporation, there's entrepreneur and there's corporation, and they two are separate. That creates certain drawbacks, which I don't think they're drawbacks, but they complicate the process and provide certain benefits. So from the complication side, you have to incorporate your business. It's more costly. Depending on which route you choose, it could cost between $200 to $400, just the government fees. That alone already overreaches the $60 of master business license if you decide to name your sole proprietorship. Second, corporation does require certain formal steps to be taken at the initial stage and every year. We'll talk about it in our future videos. Follow us, subscribe to the channel to see them. We'll talk about each of the steps, how to do them right, but corporation does require. Okay, it's not that you can wake up one day and decide, okay, I'm doing a corporation. Another thing, because we're dealing with two business persons, they each have their own tax reports. So that thing provides you with both drawbacks and benefits. And if we're talking about drawbacks, you have to file two reports. You have to pay someone to prepare two tax reports, sometimes in different time frames, because your corporation year could be different from your personal, which means you will pay twice, sometimes even more than twice, for doing the tax returns for corporation and for your personal income. That is a drawback that puts additional costs on doing business, but today they're not so significant. Initially, especially at the initial stages of business development, they could end up being just $500, $700, $800 more than sole proprietorship, which is still a lot of money, but not something that really should be a deal breaker for the decision to incorporate. On the benefit side, being separate legal entity, corporation acts independently from the entrepreneur. That means that the liabilities are being generated by the corporation. So if we'll look at the example from the previous video about the mug with the kittens, that toxic mug or breakable mug that would cause damages would be sold by a corporation, not by a sole proprietor, not by an entrepreneur. And in most cases, damaged parties will be suing a corporation, which means that the corporation will have to pay. And if something goes very, very wrong, and you find yourself in a very huge legal dispute with significant financial consequences, in many cases, not all of them, your private, personal assets, funds, would be protected by a corporation. That's one of the main reasons why most of the businesses in Canada or around the world operate through this independent legal entity. That is the main benefit that you gain, but there are many more. So because corporation works through shares, and if structured properly, shares can give you almost unlimited options and opportunities to diversify your operations, to diversify your relations with partners. This is a much more flexible, adjustable, customizable tool for doing business. Corporation also creates more opportunity for future growth. So that's why when we talk about corporation, we look at the planning. So where do you see yourself in a year, in 2, 3, 5? Based on that, I can tell you very simple and easily, do corporation or sole proprietorship. We'll talk in our next video about the benefits of a corporation, about the meaning of flexibility, customizability of shares, capital, and additional benefits that the corporation could give to you for your future development of the business. So follow our channel, subscribe, leave your comments, like if you like. Visit our website if you want more information, www.cbes.ca. All the information is in the comment section, and we would be happy to answer your questions. Thank you.